estate.
Okay.
You said you did about 200 plus people. Well, so I'm in real estate. I'm in eXp Realty, as you may know, and I mean it's crucial to kind of recruit new agents and have them in our downline or in our team because the rewards for that are exponential.
Oh
What
yeah.
is the main advice you would give to someone like me to recruit more people to their team?
Absolutely. So it's funny that you say that because we actually sell recruiting leads as well at Agent Zip, not through Close Zip, but through Agent Zip we do.
Mm-hmm.
And so we should talk about that offline. But what I do is we actually have a good amount of eXp teams that are recruiting. We have some KW teams that are recruiting. And I do actually coach a few of the top guys that are out there recruiting. So here's the best advice I can give you is one, you have to have the right understanding of what you're getting into. When you are an agent in a model like that and are focusing on revenue share, you have to understand you're no longer just an agent. You're an agent / recruiter. So you have to be okay with the fact that it's going to divide your time. Second, knowing this as a recruiter for so long is that if the person's not already a productive agent at a high level, they're probably going to need some help. And unless you have somebody in your upline, right, or some kind of platform to train them, guess what? When they run into an issue, they're not going to go and call that broker, right? They're going to call you. So now you're an agent / recruiter / trainer, right, or code. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to have that mindset and understanding like, okay, if I'm going to do this, and there's a huge upside for the eXp, right? I see numbers from guys here in San Diego, the Dan Beers, the Kyle Whistles, and it blows my mind. So to me, yeah, you're not going to just focus just on your real estate. And yeah, it's going to be a little distraction when you're recruiting and you're also coaching a little bit. And you're kind of like the cheerleader for some of these agents. But dude, it's worth it if you could pull it off the right way. So just get with that, right? But then the other thing is this: have a value proposition beyond the passive income side, because if it makes sense without revenue share, then it's going to be a home run with revenue share, right? So that's what I always say is like, you got to understand that. And the other thing is this: I talk to my buddies about it who are in eXp, and I go, look, I used to pitch against eXp every single day. That was literally my job. So I know eXp really well. And what I would do is for an eXp, and we ended up, so they came through, they took 13 real producing agents out of our office in February of 2018, right? 9 of which came back within a year. And you hear that story pretty frequently. And it's not because of eXp. It's not because eXp is not good. It's not because eXp isn't going anywhere. They are good and they're going somewhere.
Yeah.
It's because the person that spoke to them wasn't straightforward, direct about what the opportunity looked like. And we got, like, one of my mentors, he got on the phone with one of the main guys at eXp. And after that phone call, he was like, this is a legit company. Like, this is good. There's nothing wrong with this. It's that as it goes further down, the information gets watered down and people don't understand. Like, okay, now you have to hit these certain numbers. These people also have to produce at this amount. And there's nothing that eXp is doing wrong. It's the individual person that sometimes doesn't take the time to explain it. So here's what I would say. If you're looking to get great people in your team for eXp, you gotta, one, understand that you are now an agent recruiter / coach and be okay with that. 2, have a good platform to help support them and have a compelling value proposition without revenue share. And then 3, call them out and say, look, this isn't going to be easy. This isn't just going to show up in your bank account in 90 days. You need to work your butt off. Nothing, right? Go Gary Vee on them, dude. Nothing no one's ever accomplished great things or whatever without hard work. So if you think that you're just going to join eXp and a bunch of people are going to join your team and your downline, don't even bother. Don't bother. Stay where you're at. And then you're going to find out that those people that they're going to look at it the right way. They're going to look at it the right way. And those are the people that are going to jump in your program because they see value beyond just revenue share. And then they're set up for success mentally to say, dude, I'm going to go get this. Right. And those people are going to be that one person who out of 14 that jumps on that opportunity is going to produce way more than those 14 would have anyway. Right.
So what do you think about this? I put together, so I have a strategy where I get free leads using Facebook, free leads using Craigslist. So what I did is I kind of put a free course on how to actually get free leads for real estate agents. Okay. And people get to watch that course, and 2 minutes before the course ends, a button shows up and says, hey, if you want more training and marketing coaching, you can join my eXp team and I'll provide you all that training for free.
Yeah.
Now, you think about that process. Is that a good value proposition?
Absolutely. It's a great value proposition. Okay. And if you can, again, the only thing I would add to that, if you're not already doing that, is getting fierce.
Get it what?
Fierce. Mm-hmm. Like, look, dude, I'll still train you, I'll coach you, but you got to be a killer. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, here's what I'll tell you, is that there's an 87% failure rate in real estate in the first 5 years. We all know this, right? So understand that most of us know that going into real estate. So what do we think? This is an industry full of a bunch of people who say, yeah, 87% fail, but I'm part of the 13%. I'm the exception to the rule. So if you got somebody who's been in real estate over a year and you go, look, dude, this isn't easy. It's harder than just selling real estate because you're selling real estate, you're recruiting, and then you have blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to do my best to help you. But ultimately, it's on you, man. That's going to be a smaller group. But those people, man, those really are the exceptions to the rule.
Yeah, right? These people are going to be the people that are, going to cap every single year. They're going to, get you paid passively and really like set you up, because when I first joined eXp, the person that convinced me to join was one of my clients. And he was like, dude, we're going to stop advertising for real estate sales, but we're going to advertise more to get recruits. And I'm like, why are you doing that? And he showed me his dashboard, and he literally had 30 agents on his team, but he was racking $40,000 a month on these agents. So he's like, dude, I want 300 agents now. I don't even care about selling real estate anymore. I just want to recruit and grow my team.
Yeah.
So like, I need to do the same thing, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need to in real estate. I want to be in eXp. So I went to school and I got my license just to be with eXp. You know what I mean? And even with all that drive and determination, and that knowledge in marketing, advertising, and all that stuff, it's still hard to recruit agents without a good value proposition. Without the proper leads that you're gonna give them, the proper knowledge. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, like you said earlier.
Yeah, and what I'll say, if you don't mind, I'll give you another thing is that we were about to launch a new Keller Williams franchise in the North Park area in early or late 2017, and I posted something about it, and somebody from eXp hit me up. And what they did was they said, hey, you should look into, she called me, had a decent conversation, and then sent me an email and said, check out my email. And it was that email with the eXp video where it pretty much just talks about like, here's why everybody else sucks. And then here's profit share or revenue share, sorry. And to me, it didn't speak to me, right?
Yeah.
So when you're looking at that stuff, make sure that you're not using generic, like do your best to get as many people in the funnel for the generic stuff. But then when you find somebody that really has talent that you really want in there, you have to get to know them, right? So that message didn't speak to me. The message that spoke to me wasn't what percentage of what level in my downline and the end result money, right? I'm making good money. I have a lot of other things going on. So what I would say is one of the best things you can do is pick up the phone. Once you see they're engaged, pick up the phone and just have a good conversation with them. And offline, I could actually share with you exactly my script that I used to recruit those 204 people last year. And really, it's basically a listening program, right? Because if you really got a good program, then all you need to do, and if your program's comprehensive enough, and by program I mean like just support, right? Things that you can help them, and you understand what I mean by that. But just in case anybody's watching, yeah, education, support, KV Core is dope, so eXp's already got that. Like, so what I would say is when you take that time to get to know them, and I'll just be real with you, man, because like it seems like you're an executor, so I'll just tell you right here, and most people aren't, so if they hear it on Facebook, they're probably not even going to do it anyway. Sorry, no offense, everybody, but it's just true. The truth is this. Imagine you owned Match.com, and you wanted to get real sketch about it and hook up with every chick. Well, on the back end, you could see exactly what they're answering, what they're looking for, right? Then you would just go and create a profile that matches exactly what they're looking for and build out kind of like an avatar, right? That matches exactly what they're looking for and say, hey, we're a 99% match. Choose me. Well, when you're recruiting or even when you're doing a listing, what you do is you ask the questions so that you get that person's profile of what a leader and a brokerage and a team, in this case for eXp, what the team would have to look like for them to live their biggest life possible, right? The life that they really got into real estate to live. If you ask questions that help you understand that. So you're going to ask questions and it's going to create this kind of outline of this ideal team that's going to give them their ideal life. And if you actually have the resources, then you know which ones to bring to them, right? In other words, like that person was talking about something that was not part of my avatar. It wasn't part of my ideal team vision. However, they probably did have benefits, features, propositions, tools, support that did match my ideal team, but they didn't take the time to ask me that. So they didn't direct the right resources or they basically didn't pitch me correct, right? So when you get somebody there, what you do is you ask them good questions. My favorite question in the world is, so what's today? May 3rd. So you said it's May 3rd, 2020. It's a year from now. What has to happen? So I walk up to you a year from now. It's the Close Zip 1-year anniversary party. We're there. I'm talking with you. We're chopping it up. And I go, hey, man, how was your last 12 months in real estate? And how did you do with recruiting after we talked? And your answer is 5-star, 10 out of 10, world class. What has to happen between today and that day for that to be true? Bro, that will open up everything. They'll tell you exactly what they're looking for. And then just dive deeper, 3 deep, right? Tell me more. Help me understand. Why is that important? By the end of those questions, you're going to have a very clear profile of the team that they're looking to join, right? Then it's up to you to have integrity to say, because you could choose not to, right? You could choose not to have integrity and lie to them and say, oh, we get all that. We have all that. I'll give you all that. Yes. Or you actually do have all that and you have integrity and you have 2 options. You say, you know what, based on what you're looking for, I don't think I'm going to be the right fit. Or so what you're looking for, I'm the perfect fit. I'm the only fit. I'm glad you're here. Let's do this, right? So that's the benefit. And because you actually generate a lot of leads, like, so a good example is I averaged about 52 appointments a week. A month in recruiting, right? Where I was sitting down with people, talking to them about joining in the office. Well, if your goal is only to get 15 recruits a month, right? And you have 52 appointments, it's okay to just let some people walk away if they have unrealistic expectations.
Of course.
They give me this vision of their ideal team, and I go, oh, no, we're not going to be able to actually meet your needs, man. You need to go somewhere else. And there's actually a guy at Sotheby's, and he and I would always refer agents to each other because their model was so much different than Keller Williams' model that some people would fit our model, and he would send them over, and some people wouldn't fit our model, and I would send them to him, right? And so we had a really good relationship like that because we both understood how to get to that level. And then we had integrity in telling people, look, it's just not the right fit. You should go talk to so-and-so.
So I've heard of about other agents in EXP that are top producers that they do exactly what you mentioned, uh, asking these people questions, you know, trying to see if they're the right match, but they do it online. They do it through like surveys
Mm-hmm.
and forms. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I think it's absolutely use technology, man. Like we were old school in that we got people in there. But the reason we did that is because recruiting to a brick and mortar Keller Williams office is very geographically exclusive, right? So you're only really targeting people in your franchise territory. Because think about this, I'm in Carmel Valley, Del Mar. Um, Somebody in Chula Vista, I don't care how much they want to be part of Keller Williams, Carmel Valley, Del Mar, they're going to drive past like 5 Keller Williams on their way to the Del Mar office, right? So what we would do, the reason we did it on spot is because realistically, you probably want to go to the KW office that's right next to you, the closest one to you, right? So the thing about eXp is you can recruit nationwide. You can do it any corner of the earth. And if you, like you personally, and some of these really good top producers, y'all can deliver value over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Our proposition was we'll deliver value right here in your neighborhood. Come on by, go get breakfast, come by to the training, talk with us, meet with us, rub elbows, you know, all that stuff. But if you can deliver value online, there's no reason that process can't be done automated and online.
Okay. Another question is, would you recommend cold calling to recruit agents or avoid?
So voice drops are harder because not everybody checks their voicemails right away, but they're good.
Mm-hmm.
I would say these things are what I always call these are ands, not instead of. So run funnels, run ads, right? Text people, email them, cold call them, and voice drop. It's not an instead. It's not a I'm a voice drop instead of do all these things. It's all of them. And I have a whole list of all the different things that I did for sources, their subsequent conversion rates, how we deal with that lead coming in. So again, like if you want to do it big, you have to treat that recruiting stuff just like you would treat your real estate business, right? You wouldn't expect to just kind of remember all the client. I mean, some agents do it like that, but you know, the agents that are really going after it, they're not the type of people that just think things are going to work out. They have a plan, right? They do business planning. They check out all their different lead sources. They check. They run. They constantly track that stuff so they can see their different conversion rates. It's really different stuff. You know what I mean? So you got to have that kind of understanding.
Alrighty. So we're gonna just wrap things up right here because my phone's blowing up. My clients are gonna be
Yeah, me
mad.
too, dude.
But the number one that I think is true, the most thing that I think is true is asking questions, like you said. That's how we're able to land like high ticket sales or deals in media traffics because we literally go in and we start the whole process by just asking questions. Who does your marketing? How does your marketing work? How much, you know, has your marketing brought in results? You know, all these questions create that rapport where you can be like, okay, I know where your problem is and I'm here to solve it. You know what I mean? So that's basically kind of like the recap of what you mentioned earlier. But hey guys, if you have more questions, if you're watching this in replay, go ahead and comment replay down below. Ask any questions you have and we're gonna answer them in the comment section below. But I mean, if you do you have any last words you want to tell agents, recruits, or coaches?
Yeah, what I would say is get real and get right. In a shifting market, you just have to face facts and work from the reality, right? There's things you did in the past that are just not working anymore. There's things that you used to work and they don't anymore. You got to get real with yourself on what's changing in the market, what's changing in the industry, commit to being a constant student of those things, and then get right, get in alignment and execute.
All right. Cool. Thank you so much, Isaac. Thank you for hopping in. Appreciate all the information. And yeah, man, I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Peace out.
Bye.